All right, Clara, before we begin, I have some information for you that I'm going to read it to make sure I cover everything. You probably already have a good idea why we asked you here, but let me go over it again briefly. We're asking people to try using a website that we're working on so we can see whether it works as intended. The session should take about 10 minutes. The first thing I want to make clear right away is that we're testing the site, not you. You can't do anything wrong here. In fact, this is probably the one place today where you don't have to worry about making mistakes. As you use the site, I'm going to ask you as much as possible to try to think out loud, to say what you're looking at, what you're trying to do, and what you're thinking. This will be a big help to us. Also, please don't worry that you're going to hurt my feelings. We're doing this to improve the site, so we need to hear your honest reactions. If you have any questions as we go along, just ask. I may not be able to answer them right away, since we're interested in how people do when they don't have someone sitting right next to them. But if you still have any questions when we're done, I'll try to answer them. If you need to take a break at any point, just let me know. You may have noticed the microphone. With your permission, we're going to record what happens on the screen and our conversation. This recording will only be used to help us figure out how to improve the site, and it won't be seen by anyone except the people working on this project. And it helps me because I don't have to take as many notes. First, I'm going to ask you to look at this page and tell me what you make of it. What strikes you about it? What kind of site do you think it is? What do you do here? And what's it for? Just look around and do a little narrative. You can scroll if you want to, but don't click anything.
It looks good. So it talks about nature, and there's like the flowers and the dogs outside. And then the food.
Okay, so it's actually a website for my hometown, but I didn't include McKinney, the word McKinney on it. So I think that's something that I should probably add. Because if you don't know you're on the McKinney website, you probably can't look at that and be like, oh, this is a city's website. So that's helpful, thank you. Okay, now I'm going to ask you to try to do some specific tasks. The purpose of this site is to create your week at a glance and save it to your phone's camera roll. Try your best to add 2 events, yoga at Town Lake and a visit to the Apex, to your week at a glance. Feel free to scroll and use the navigation menu to visit different pages. So actually, go to calendar or culture first. And we're going to look for those 2 events to add to your week at a glance.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you added those both successfully. So now you're going to try to see the week that you've planned out and save it to your camera roll.
Where's my yoga?
Yay, you did it! Okay, so as you went through the site, was there anything that was confusing or not clear? Like what kind of things?
No?
No? Okay, is there anything that you would add? I did notice that you first went to week at a glance.
Oh, yeah.
So do you think it would be helpful if on the week at a glance button we had something that said like explained what it was? Like you can build your own calendar by going to.
Yeah.
events and culture.
Yeah. And then one of them I tried adding, but it didn't let me add.
Yeah, that's just because I didn't, I haven't coded it or anything.
Oh.
I just coded it for these 2 events so far. Okay.
Is this even one I chose?
Yes.
Oh.
You chose those. Okay, cool. And when you look at it, can you, like, it's not clickable yet, but, like, can you understand, like, what day it is on?
Yeah.
And how to change the day and stuff?
So these are the times. So this is
Yeah.
February 12th, and it's at 8:30.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, cool. Thank you for taking the time to help me today.
You're welcome.